On the game against West Virginia, I tell the guys all the time, you're never as good as you think you are. You're never as bad as you think you are. And we were somewhere in between, even though defensively I thought it was one of our worst defensive efforts in a while. And that was disappointing, but not totally discouraging, but it was disappointing. So I got to find a way to build the guys back up and get their concentration and their focus. We didn't do much yesterday because we had a late flight back from Morgantown, so we didn't get much done. So today in practice we'll try to focus in on Oklahoma, a team that's playing well. They're a team that has done some good things. Looking at their, they beat Baylor at Baylor. They've got some good wins and they're really playing well. And leading scorer in Cameron Clark in the league, so it'll be a real challenge for us. They've got balance throughout their lineup, and Woodard, their freshman, the point guard is really doing a good job as well. And we had some trouble the other night against. I think everybody has trouble with Jawan State, and because he's just such a. But you look at this team in Oklahoma, they have a couple of guys that can break you down off the dribble and take the ball to the basket and shoot the three. Any questions?
So what's the plan to keep up the defensive intensity for a whole 40 minutes?
Pardon me?
What's the plan to keep up the defensive intensity for a whole 40 minutes?
Well, we've got to keep people fresh. I think that was our problem the other night. The guys logged too many minutes. I thought, Jay, we moved him and playing him in two different positions, and that creates I think that's a challenge for him, physically, and then I thought, some of the other guys that came in the game, and then when we do put guys in the game, we've got to have some production out of them. We played Aaron some, but he wasn't ready. He had tweaked his knee before the TCU game, but he wasn't very productive. 2 quick fouls and maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes a game. We tried to get some minutes out of Kadir and get in there. So and Jamal's been sort of under the weather. We just need to get some production because the guys we've kind of narrowed our bench. But now we're going to have those guys give us some more production when they do get a chance to play. I thought in the game the other night. Well, especially in the TCU game. Jordan didn't play a lot of minutes. Or was it the Baylor game? Baylor or TCU got in some foul trouble, and we need him to play better. So you asked him what about the intensity. I think we got to keep fresh people in there.
Rob, you've really stepped up your game in the last few games, really distributing the ball more, even scoring more. What do you think has led to most of that success?
For one, the ball is really in my hands a lot. And late clock things, I get a chance to make things happen and, hit the open man and sometimes create for myself as well. So, yeah, that's basically been that. Just in the high level of play, I know that I have to step my game up a little bit with the teams we've been playing lately. So that's probably it.
Obviously, it's a disappointing outcome against West Virginia, but is there anything positive you can take from that game?
Just knowing that we never stop fighting. We always fight in any game. We've been down in a lot of games and we come right back every time. So just showing that fight and that will to try to come back and win or finish games out is real big.
Last time you guys were here, you had a pretty raucous crowd that really led you guys to victory. You excited to be back in the Spirit?
Oh yeah, for sure. I can't wait to play in front of that crowd again and how loud it was and how they had our back. They always say like the crowd is like a sixth man, and it really was. And that'll be big to have a lot of people like that again.
Robert, are you going to make it a point to feed the ball to Dusty after that performance up there?
Oh, for sure. You got to look for him transition. Wherever he is, just find him because I know he's going to be looking to have a game like that again. I hope he is, and hope he's ready to shoot it because it's coming to him.
What's the plan defensively to defend the perimeter against Oklahoma?
Just containing the ball and the same principles, just knowing our fundamentals and staying down on defense.
What do y'all need to do to really keep up that defensive intensity for a whole 40 minutes?
Just play together and be ready to help be ready to help the next man. That's all. You know that your teammate got your back. If you get beat, know they're gonna step up and help when the time comes.
Coach said that he wants the guards to really go and crash the boards, especially after the West Virginia performance. Have y'all really worked on that and focused on that?
Oh yeah, for sure. We have certain drills that allow us to work on our box outs and really crash the boards and help the bigs get rebounds and stuff like that. You know, usually guards come in sometimes and get a lot of offensive rebounds, and that's our fault and a lack of boxing out at the perimeter. But he's been making a big emphasis on that, and we're gonna make sure that we are crashing the boards tomorrow.
You guys disappointed with your overall victory, not victory in West Virginia, but anything from that game you guys can take away from it?
Yeah, just our defense. We let them get to the drive through the lane easily, and they had too many open three-pointers. So we're just focusing on that, closing out stronger, and just not letting our man get by us.
Nice seeing Dusty light up the scoreboard like he did.
Oh, that was crazy. He shot the lights out. I think that's the best in Big 12 history or something, 7%. So we need that from him.
What do y'all need to do to improve on the boards, especially with Spangler coming in for Oklahoma?
On the board, yeah, he's averaging a double-double. I mean, we got to hit him. We got to hit him first and just go after the rebound, not let him get easy rebounds.
Yeah, and it seems like when y'all are doing really well as a whole team, that the bigs are being really aggressive. What happened in the West Virginia game? It didn't seem like y'all were having the same success that y'all were, against Baylor and TCU.
Yeah, we got to give props to West Virginia. I mean, they have good defense. I know that for me, the way they were guarding me, they were kind of fronting me and stuff, and I'm sure they were doing the same to JT. So it was tough to even just get a pass in. They were denying the wing. So, I mean, their defense was really good, Luckily, we were shooting the ball really well. That helped us stay in the game. But I think in the end, if we just played good defense, not let them get such easy shots, easy layups, that we could have won the game.
Jay said after the game that y'all kind of started lacking in defense and were just trading buckets to end the game. What needs to happen to pick up the defensive intensity for a whole 40 minutes?
I mean, just when we were against our guy one-on-one, we just got to take pride and not letting them get by us, And if they do, we got to trust the help, that the bigs will be there and block the shot and just help each other out.
Has this year been different than last year? Because it seems like in every single Big 12 game, you have an opportunity to win at some point, and you really take control of the game at a certain point in each of the first 6 games.
Absolutely. It's very different. I mean, last year there were games we were losing by over 20 in a lot of games. This year we feel like we can compete with any team. So, I mean, it's definitely different.
What is the difference? If you could put a finger on it, what's the biggest difference?
I think the biggest thing is we play so much more controlled. I don't think we're getting as much turnovers this year. This year we're really focusing on not dribbling the ball so much, just passing, reversing it. I remember we watched film the other day, and it was one of our better offensive sets in a while.
Yeah.
And coach said, "Look how many times we dribbled it." And we literally made about 8 or 9 passes before we got a basket. So I mean, just stuff like that, and just knowing the fundamentals, boxing our guys out. We're beating most teams in rebounding this year, and that was an issue last year. So I think rebounding and limiting turnovers has been the biggest thing.
What about for you individually here lately? You've been a lot more involved. What's been the biggest difference for you?
Individually, just playing aggressive. It's a different role this year. Last year I was more kind of played as the trail big guy last year, so I drove it a lot more, passed a lot more. This year, coach wants me to be basically the Reggie Evans type player. Just trying to grab every rebound. That's really what I'm trying to do. That was my weakness last year, so I'm trying to grab every rebound, protect the rim, and all that. Because we have scorers on our team, so it's a different role.
Does the shot blocking just come? Does it just come in the flow of the game?
Yeah, I think it just comes. It's just all about timing, really. Coach says it's not easy to block your own guy, like a post player, when he's posting you up. So I just try to put my hands up high. I'm 7 feet tall, so just put my hands up high and make the shot tough for them. And then as far as when my blocks come, it's usually off the help. So, just time it, know that someone got beat and he's about to shoot the ball, and just be there at the right time.
Oklahoma's been within 8 points of all their games. You guys have been really close. Do you think that really bodes well for this matchup that you guys can still win?
I think it does. I think it's a very capable win for us. We're going to have the crowd hopefully behind us again, just like versus Baylor. We were in the sub today, handing out T-shirts and promoting the game and stuff, hoping that people will come. So it should be a good turnout. Like you said, yeah, they've been close in a lot of games, but I mean they're 25th also, so they're a good team. It's gonna be a tough test, but I think we can pull it out if we can play our best basketball.
You like the whiteout?
Huh?
You like
the
whiteout?
It should be cool. It should be cool. I'm excited for it.